Good afternoon, magic players and card collectors of all kinds. Welcome back to my channel. We're here for our usual favorite event. It's time for Dollarama Draws of Destiny. We have 5 packs of Destiny on us today, and we'll see how this goes. First pack. See if we can get something good. I recently just built a couple new decks, and I'm keen to build a couple new other ones. So we'll see what we pull. Alright. Capture Sphere. Flash, enchanted creature. Enters the battlefield, tap enchanted. Oh, okay. Mayhem Patrol, Menace. When Mayhem Patrol attacks, target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Gnarlid Colony. If it was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and each creature with a +1/+1 counter on it has trample. Nice. Ooh, new elf. Elvish Rejuvenator. 3. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a land from among them onto the battlefield tap. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Not bad. The Aura Gnarlid's not bad either. JS Firenado. Deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker, and you scry 1. For 5, that's a little expensive. Whack. We've seen Whack before. We kind of had a spoiler on the rare, but we've seen him before too. Exile Expendable Lackey. Create a blue 1/1 fish creature token with this creature can't be blocked. Ooh. The Flayed one. Lifelink 4/1. When it enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. Novice Occultist. When it dies, you draw a card and you lose a life. Ooh. Kardar Doomscourge. When Kardar Doomscourge enters the battlefield, until your next turn, creatures your opponents control attack each combat if able, and attack a player other than you if able. Okay, so it's like Super Goad. Whenever your attacking creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That is pretty good. That is definitely an awesome pull right there. Tano's Tinkering. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target artifact creature or land you control. Untap permanent. If it isn't a creature, it becomes a 0/0 creature in addition to its types. 2 Elvish Rejuvenators in the same pack. 2 Firenados in the same pack. A Colossal Dreadmaw! A 6/6 dinosaur with trample. Ever since we've seen the Professor's video, I've been wanting to do that. And now I can put that in my dinosaur deck, possibly. Nice. Definitely the Kardar Doomscourge is the pull of the pack, and that's going right into my sacrifice deck. Alright, let's see if we can avoid spoilers this time. Tried to do that as fast as we could. I didn't see it. Hopefully you guys didn't either. Alright, pack 2. Honey Mammoth. It's an elephant. Nice. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. Chaldea Strongarm. When it enters the battlefield, put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. A little expensive for that. Tazim Royal Mage. Kicker 4. Enters the battlefield. If it was kicked, return target instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. That's not bad. Zombie Berserker. Cool. When Karfel Kennel Master enters the battlefield, up to 2 target creatures each get +1/+1 and gain indestructible until end of turn. That's not bad for 5. Blitz Automaton. I think I've seen that one before. Riveteer's Decoy. Must be blocked if able. Ooh, Mindblade Render. Whenever your opponents are dealt combat damage, if any of that damage was dealt by a warrior, you draw a card and lose a life. That's an okay one. Halo Scarab. Psychic Paper. Okay. As Psychic Paper becomes attached to a creature, choose a creature card name and creature type. Equipped creature has Ward 1, can't be blocked, and its name and creature type are the last chosen name and creature type. I think that's one of those ones that probably should have been Silver Border. Ash Barrens is always good. Heavyweight Demolisher, that's a new one for me. Menace, at the beginning of your upkeep, tap Heavyweight Demolisher unless you pay 3. It's an 8/6. Ooh, Kardar's Vicious Return. We got Kardar, now we got his Vicious Return. You may sacrifice a creature. When you do, Kardar's Vicious Return deals 3 damage to any target. Each player discards a card. Return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. Gains haste until your next turn. Nice. Also going in the red-black deck, probably. Ooh. Pay 1, tap, sacrifice another creature. You gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness. Draw a card. That's pretty good. Join forces, untap 2 target creatures. They get +2/+2 until end of turn. That's not bad. And Frost Breath. Tap 2 target creatures. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap. So Destiny has been pretty solid with us so far. Definitely the Kardor stuff is really nice to see. Trying not to spoil it. The challenges of the Dollarama packs. But they're always my favorite things to open, to be honest. Because you always get these things that you never see, and people are always like, where the hell did you get that when you play with them? When Blitz Leech enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Remove all counters from that creature. That's a little expensive for 6. We've seen Broker's Initiative many times. Utility Knife. When a Utility Knife enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. It gets +1/+1. Equip 3. Not the greatest. Kargon Dragon Rider. As long as you control a dragon, this thing has flying. I don't have any dragons, but that's a pretty good one. Depth Charge Colossus. Doesn't untap during your untap step. You have to pay 3 to untap it. It's a 9/9 though, for 9. Light the Way. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or vehicle, or return target permanent you control to its owner's hand. Ooh, Bog Brew Witch. Pay 2, search your library for a card named Festering Newt or Bubbling Cauldron. Put it onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle your library. I don't have either of those cards, otherwise that would be really cool. Ooh, a Bird Citizen. Flying, when Speakeasy server enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life for each other creature you control. That's a good one. Don't blink. Until end of turn, if 1 or more creatures would enter the battlefield from exile or after being cast from exile, their owners shuffle them into their libraries instead. Excuse me. A Goblin Javelineer, we've seen him many times. Bloodthirsty Blade. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and is goaded. Ah. Attached to target creature and opponent controls. Yeah. I really don't like gold. I really don't like the gold. Elvis Visionary lets you draw a card when it comes into battle. Smashing success we've seen. Phyrexian Knight. Ooh, Norn's Inquisitor. When it enters the battlefield, incubate 2. Nice. When a permanent you control transforms into a Phyrexian, put a +1/+1 counter. Nice. And Run Afoul. Target opponent sacrifices a creature with flying. 2 packs left. Ooh, this one's got a slit in it along the side. I hope nobody tampered with it. We should count and make sure there's enough cards in here. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. All the cards are there. Bushmeat Poacher. Sacrifice another creature. You gain life equal to that creature's toughness. Draw a card. We've just seen that one. It's an amazing card. Plasma Jockey. Attacks target creature can't block this turn. That's not bad. Smite the Monstrous. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. There's a good one. Elvish Visionary we've seen. Love Song of Night and Day. You and target opponent each draw 2 cards. Create a 1/1 white bird creature token with flying. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. This thing has read ahead. Choose a chapter and start with that many lore counters. After your draw step, skip chapters don't trigger. Oh. Ooh, Nimble Larcenist. Berg Rogue. Enters battlefield, target opponent reveals their hand, choose an artifact, instant, or sorcery card from it, and exile that card. That's not a bad card if it was the right colors. Frontline Medic. When Frontline Medic and at least 2 other creatures attack, creatures you control gain indestructible until a turn. Nice. Oh, that is sweet. That is a good card. Grider Goons. When Girder Goons, dies, create a tapped 2/2 black rogue token. I think we'll pass on that. Prayer of Binding enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent and opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield, and you gain 2 life. That's not bad. Ooh, Zombie Wizard. Legendary snow creature. Other snow and zombies creatures you control get +1/+1. You can return it to the battlefield tapped if you pay 3 snow. That is cool. I don't have any snow energy really, but Ominous Cemetery. 1 target creature's owner shuffles it into their library. It's an interesting land. Rugged Highlands. Enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, you gain a life. Nice. And a Thraxo Demon. Sacrifice another creature or artifact to draw a card, but it costs 3. We'll put it in the maybe pile. And Furor of the Bidden. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and attacks each combat if able. We are down to the final pack of Destiny. Let's see what we pull. Hopefully this is still recording. I only had a limited amount of battery life. Hopefully you guys didn't see that one. All I saw was it was black. Alright, Raking Claws. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. Nice. More cycling cards, which is good because I wanted to eventually build a deck that's focused around cycling. We got a Body Dropper. We got an Ardent Electromancer. Enters the battlefield, add 1 red for each creature in your party. Eventually I have to build a party deck. Cybo Cryptomancer. Flash backup 1 when this creature enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. If that's another creature, it gains the following ability until end of turn. Hexproof. Interesting. 5/4 with Death Touch, or you can pay 1 and a black for it. Backstreet Bruiser. Cephalid Rogue. I don't know why that is, but alright. Defender, as long as there are 2 or more counters among creatures you control, it can attack as though it didn't have Defender. We'll put it in the maybe pile. The Bogwood Britch. We've seen her. She's not the greatest for me. Demons do scry 2, then draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Not bad. We got another Cardor! Nice. Now we can put it in our 1 deck, and we can actually use it for Commander sometime. Or we can put it in our Legendaries deck. So many choices. Another Ominous Cemetery. Slagstone Refinery. Enter or another token artifact you control is put into a graveyard from battlefield or is put into exile from the battlefield. Create a tapped Power Stone. Join Forces again. Ice Vine Pillar. Another Rugged Highlands. And a Sure Strike. Alright. That is the end of our episode of Dollarama Rolls of Destiny! We pulled some seriously cool stuff today with these 2 car doors. And the zombie. He costs a little bit, but he's definitely worth it. If you can get him into that zombie deck, we might. Anyways, much love to you all. From me to you, take care. And